is here. Just allowing you to breathe in all of this groundedness. Release anything, any tension, anything limiting you from that sense of knowing, that knowledge that is right there, connected to your highest self. Okay. I'll let that finish burning off. Now, just gonna scan over. And the point is to read for the collective. Understand if there's any themes going on or anything we can just do to be in loving support of each other. So breathing in and out here, allowing the crown to open up. And at this moment, you are going to connect to God, universe, source, or whatever you believe in. If that's not your thing, connect to a planet or connect to the sun, something that is an infinite amount of energy flowing to you, okay? We are an inclusive community, so whatever your path is, you are welcome here. So bringing that down through the crown, to the third eye, the throat, the heart, and all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. The crown, all the way down, because that is your initial entry point of this energy. This energy is that of unconditional love. This energy is that of infinite love, infinite power, infinite rejuvenation, okay? So knowing that you have access to this at all times can be one of the most self-healing tools you can use. So I'm just going to work with it to pull that energy down. Okay? Work with it to pull that energy down. Work with it to pull that energy down. Got it, got it, got it. Removing anything that is taking up too much space or could be limiting your ability to just clearly connect with the crown. There are the other 6 chakra sessions that you can watch back to back. And just ease into it. Ease into that. Ease into it. Good job. Good job. Now I'm just going to place my hand right there on your crown and just check in with you a little bit, okay? How you doing? I'm going to move this candle over. How you doing? Okay. Just slightly moving that energy over just a little bit at a time. Just over a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. Little bit at a time. Little bit. Okay. Just moving that. And just using that energy to just envelop you in this beautiful lavender energy. Now, feel yourself rising as if you were on a cloud, and you feel that crown chakra just kind of rotating around you, protecting you. Breathe into that. Now I'm gonna go in and get some amethyst, which is a crystal for the crown. I got this from an expo before the quarantine, and it's one of my favorite places to get yourself to surrender to whatever it is you need to surrender to so that you can attract the highest energy, highest value, and highest experience for this beautiful life you're living. Connecting into that, into that, into that, into that, connecting into that, into that, into that, into that, and releasing and relaxing, releasing and relaxing, releasing and relaxing, releasing and relaxing. Good job. Good job there. Okay. Just gonna come back in here and just continue to work with this energy. Continue to work. Continue to work with this energy. Continue to work with this energy. And allow your energy to calibrate to an experience that is best for you. Your energy to calibrate to an experience that is best for you. Your energy to calibrate to an experience that is best for you. 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 Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's remove anything that may have come up. And you can also send that to the candle. Exhaling all the things that need to be let go. No longer serving you. No longer illuminating your path. As you are living with your highest self in this moment. This is the only thing that truly matters. Your self-care, your self-peace, your mental and emotional health, and the support you receive for it in this moment in so perfect in what you uniquely need to be. And we are all waiting for your story. We're all waiting for your experience. We're all waiting for you to rise up and shine out there. So never stop believing in yourself. Never stop giving yourself second chances. Never stop setting appropriate boundaries. And never stop seeking help when you need that through support. And last but certainly not least, if you haven't heard it today, I love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. So until next time. Welcome back, family. Welcome to the Reiki Healing Hope Community, a place to heal. Relax, be yourself, and be surrounded by those who want to see you blossom into bloom. Blossom into bloom. I am Jessica Sub. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher and Intuitive. And today's special session, I also go by Jedi. Today's special session because we are finishing up the Chakra cleansing series. So I hope you enjoyed everything from the root all the way to what we're going to work on now, your crown. So if you're new to the community, babies, welcome. This is your nightly, daily, or whenever you come here self-care routine. So this is just a time that we set aside just myself. I feel like my chair is loud. I'm gonna put something down. Okay, my bad. So this is a time where you take care of yourself and you show up for yourself. So if you're new to community, babies, you're now one of my babies, so you get one kiss. And for all my returning babies, multiple kisses. Mama loves you, okay? So, let's begin today's session. We start our session with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, may I touch you? Okay, let's go. Ready? Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe. Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So let's start here with the crown. And so I'm just going to work through that area in the crown. And so the crown is your highest self, your highest understanding. I could say that it could almost be loosely related to your Ori, if you know what an Ori is. That crown is that place of the connection of understanding between you and the universe. I could say you and the divine, whatever that is for you, but really it's just the highest representation of we are a part of everything, and everything is a part of us. So it is that macro view. So let's work through some of that macro view. So just working through that area, and just we're going to calmly approach. Up here in the crown is typically where you're not going to get very agitated. You're going to see things, you're not going to be very subjective. You're going to see things from a very objective view of everything that you've ever experienced is for your all of the experiences. And that can create a really difficult position if you faced a lot of just fucked up shit in your life, to think that those things would happen for your highest good. That's something that as you start to reflect over your life and you finally get to a place in your life where you're happy and you're healed and you're whole, you'll see the wisdom from all of those experiences. And yes, you could have learned them in other ways, but if your soul saw this set of circumstances and said, I'm going to come into this life in order to find the light on the other side, that is big concept stuff. That's not necessarily us, carbon based. We don't want to be in no trauma and no drama, but the soul works on a higher level, so only you know 100% the reasons why, or the clarity, or when you will feel comfortable knowing that. I remember when I first started this practice, I used to tiptoe around that conversation because very horrific things can happen to somebody in their life. And to say that those things are a part of the wisdom that we gain, it kind of creates the question of, well, could I have learned it another way? Of course, you could have learned it a less traumatizing way. And so why wasn't I allowed to learn it that less traumatizing way? Why did I have to learn it this traumatizing way? And I don't think that there's any generalized answer that will fit everyone. I don't think it's appropriate to generalize. I think it has to be an individualized answer for you. And if you don't feel that way, you don't feel like you're at that place in your life, then honor that. Continue to explore and navigate what you need in order to feel better, to feel good, to feel healed, and to feel whole. Be in that journey. But a lot of times I speak as if people are not there. And so let me speak to some of the people who are there, who have experienced so many things in their life, but they're in a place of wholeness. You can see now. You can see how all of those experiences built you to be the person you are now. So if you were able to get over that, you're able to get over anything. If you're able to get over those situations, there's nothing in front of you that can prevent you. So if you're working from a place of wholeness, know that you've faced and encountered worse, but now it's time for you to move forward and step into more and greater experiences for whatever you want this life. So I'm going to go back into the ground. So whenever you have maybe uncontrollable thoughts, just feelings that are all over the place, it can be a sign. It doesn't have to just be this part, but it can be a sign that the ground is not balanced. So you should not be doing light work. You should be doing shadow work. Again, you should not be doing light work. You should be doing shadow work. Why? Because you're not ready to receive. Stop trying to receive when you need to get rid of the excess energy, because you might just be wanting to feel good. And there's nothing wrong with feeling better if you've lived a life where things are just very tough. But the thing is, you gotta find a someone else telling you, don't do this, that it weighs heavier than when you experience it. And now I'm not talking about something happened to you that you couldn't control. Now I'm talking about the things you actually can control. So, with that being said, open yourself up. Open yourself up to new possibilities. And you didn't go through those things in vain. You experienced those things. Now pull from it. Pull from the lessons and the wisdom. Not to make you scared or stuck, but to say, okay, you know what? I'm not going to do it like that again, okay? And yeah, I should have listened to myself, or I should have listened to so-and-so, or I should have read the room a little bit. But that's okay. That is normal. That is normal. I think this is probably the best information or advice for parents. You cannot go and make your kids not experience life because you feel like you experienced it for them. No, they're going to make stupid decisions. They're going to do things that you're like, okay, dum-dum, like, what are you doing? But it's because they don't have the years of experience or the knowledge that you have. So they have to. They're building up that Rolodex of knowledge. So have a little bit of compassion, because if you want to be an A-plus parent, even if you weren't a good parent before, or you were a fantastic parent before, especially when your kids become adults, or even when they're younger too, what you should do is say to your kids when they say something stupid to you, or they say something to you that you're like, are you bonkers? You know, say this. What you're trying to do will probably not work out, and this is why. But I support you. I'm gonna let you learn the lesson, but I support you. Because I think at the end of the day, no one wants someone to just agree with them. What they're really looking for is support. So tell them that ain't gonna work out. That's a bad idea. But just say I support you anyway. And let them learn. Don't take away that for them, because what I see sometimes in people, karmic things, is they carry other people's baggage. They carry other people's lessons, and then they start getting bitter, and they start feeling like, oh, they're overgiving, being a people pleaser. No, you're carrying another person's lesson because you felt like you were strong enough to carry the lesson than they were. It wasn't for you. You got your own lessons that you feel like you're not strong enough for. Let them build up the strength to do that. That's the point of a lesson, to build up the strength. Especially when you get older and it's less of things are just happening to you, and more of you get to start to choose the lessons that you go after. You get to start to choose those things, because you're now more in control. So just clearing that out. And I hope that this is providing some just big picture macro view of how to look at these things. I guarantee you do not have to freak out with life, okay? And I'm not saying to not have emotions or not to honor your emotions, but I'm saying you do not have to build something higher than what it is just because you saw other people do it, just because you don't feel like you're balanced. You have to develop in any experience that happens internal balance. And you only develop internal balance by going through something and choosing to return to balance. Don't judge yourself when you kind of go to the left or the right, but just bring yourself back into balance. Find that balance within yourself at all times. Find that balance within you at all times. Never give up. Never let go of your dreams. You can do this. You can figure it out. But also, things are not as hard as you think they are. Things can be difficult. But it is that concept that we've seen in many wisdom traditions of suffering. And the understanding that
suffering is that you may not be able to control if something is really easy to do or is more uncomfortable to do, but you can control suffering, meaning this makes you feel, let's say it makes you feel 10 pounds of discomfort, but over here the suffering adds an additional 50 pounds of weight of discomfort, so you're carrying that around. Let go of that and just deal with this. And sometimes you gotta check your people, situations, and circumstances, because if you're around other people who normalize both, it's gonna be hard for you to do something different. Because what typically happens is that, say you let go of that, you're only dealing with this. When other people look at you, they will assume that what you're dealing with or what you're going through is lighter than theirs, is not as difficult as theirs. And so that might make you feel like you're not being accepted or you're not being supported. So be mindful of the community around you to either check somebody and let them know, or surround yourself and include other people who have a lighter sense of perspective, as well as your situations and your circumstances. Like if you go to work, you have a toxic work culture, you may not be able to work in the dynamics that you need. Like for example, if you have someone who's like always excited and that's how they get people motivated, and excited meaning like I'm stressed out, we need to do this, we need to do that, that's not healthy. And if you try to go in with balance, they're always going to try to do something that is, because they're not working from that place, they're working from all over here. So maybe you should work somewhere else. And maybe you should decide, okay, is this the best place for me? There are many jobs out here. Do never feel like you have to be stuck in the one that you're at, even if you're doing the same kind of thing, but just doing it somewhere else. And again, do not confuse discomfort. Sometimes you have a busy season. Sometimes you just have a lot of stuff that you gotta get done, with the suffering or the toxicity, which is, it's a toxic culture. They're adding more to the plate with the amount of energy that is wasting my time. I could do something else. I'm going to be very honest with you, especially when it comes to working environments. As someone who is self-employed, I have gotten so much of my energetic time back. I still have regular things, regular deadlines, things that need to happen, but I don't have that excess weight of worrying and having to deal with other people's worry. And there are many teams out there that don't ascribe to that. So there are so many options. You do not have to be stuck there, even if you've been there forever, even if you've been there for a little bit of time. So just know what you want. Just know where you're going. And believe in yourself, okay? So let's just bring down any messages from the universe, divine, or whatever you believe in or don't believe in. I don't care. It impacts me 0% of what you believe in. I'm just facilitating a space here. So just bringing down these messages and bringing them to yourself, and being open to
inclusive space for you to just relax in your self-care, in your self-healing and self-care journey. You can use the comment section like a diary and like a journal or anything like that. And you can also use it to encourage other people. This is a safe space for us to be able to do that. That's the energy that we vibrate here. Also, this is No Fear August, and what that means is that we are letting go of anything that has been holding us back, okay? And no fear also means no force. Please don't force shit. Just allow it to be. Just go with the flow and follow your heart. Follow what your body needs at the time. Follow what your energy needs, and that's all you need. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Also, if you'd like extra support, you can join the Patreon community where we do a lot of extra things there. Check it out. Okay, so I'm going to the third eye. This third eye energy here. Oh, I love this. This is our ability to see what it is that we want and materialize it. Okay. When energy flows down, it is a gesture of bringing things into the physical world. When it flows up, it is a gesture of going to gather wisdom. And the third eye is that lovely, lovely ability to be able to see exactly what we want that is going to happen. So based off of what we're doing right now in the moment, what will materialize because of the flow and the actions and the things that we're doing right now. Okay, got it. So just taking this and working with this energy. So taking this and working with this energy. Just going back and forth. Being at peace with yourself. I'm gonna go in with some cinnamon as something to cleanse and clear the space. Because why not? Why not? Okay, so I'm just gonna take this, just allow you to follow this right there over that third eye, because I want you to be grounded in the reality that is yours, okay? And to cleanse and clear out this space. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. To know that you're loved, that you're protected, that you are supported. Okay. Okay. Now let's go in with some Reiki symbols. Okay. Good job. To hold the space. Now, I'm going to say a prayer. It is not a religious prayer. It is a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? May I touch you? Okay. Dear Mother, Father God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information for our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Just breathing in and just a little bit more lavender into the space. So definitely want some calmness, some balance. Okay. clear that out. Clearing, clearing, clearing it out. Clearing, clearing, clearing it out. Clearing, clearing, clearing it out. Just removing anything that is no longer serving you. Serving us as a higher collective, because when you are not at your best, we are not at our best. We are a collective experience. So as we all do our part by making our dreams come true and connecting with our highest selves and making this life a beautiful life, we connect as a collective to move the energetic shift forward as well. Got it, got it, got it, got it. Now, take a couple moments here and just see yourself surrounded by energy connecting around you, okay? And when you see yourself surrounded by energy and connecting around you, allow this energy to pour into you. You might feel it through your crown, you might feel it through the third eye, through the other chakras as well. Feel it being poured into you. Your energetic helpers, archangels, any type of helpers, depending on the pantheon that you connect to, just bringing that in to that moment, okay? And release, relax, and let go. Release, was quiet, and you just hear it, and it's just so relaxing. Or like the rain in a forest or something like that. It's just so relaxing. That's how it is. It is just relaxed over your energy, giving you this space and this peace of calmness so that you can see what it is that you want, or where you want to go, or where you're just being led. It's not always like you gotta force something onto the universe. Just simply see where you're going, creating space to see where you're going, where you're headed, what is for your highest vibrational good, and enjoy that. 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 Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Enjoying that energy. Finding a space for that energy. You got it. You got it. Lovely, 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 lovely. Lovely, 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 lovely. Lovely movement on your energy. Lovely movement towards where you're going. Lovely feelings of being where you need to be. You got it. You absolutely have it. And you are going where you need to go. You're going where you need to go, love. You're going where you need to go. Just flowing in that direction. Okay. So beautiful. So whole and so peaceful. And I want you to be able to see this beautiful life that is right in front of you, calling out to you. Come get me, life. And just rest and relax into this moment of all of this beauty that is surrounding you. That is the passion of all of this. That is this unique energy, unique light, unique love. All of this, all of this, all of this, all of this. Smoothing it out. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. You are doing a fantastic job. Do you feel connected to that energy? What life do you see? And where are you going? What life do you see? And where are you going? What life do you see? And where are you going? This is a beautiful path you are on. I'm just giving you a couple moments here
universe and all for the highest vibrational good only. Please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to let go of the things we need to let go and embrace the things that allow us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, 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 Ashe. Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna start by going over right there where that third eye is and just activating that a little bit. We're just seeing it. So what you do during this time is you just check in with yourself. You tap into yourself. You can close your eyes, you can keep your eyes open, whatever you want to do during this time. But how that activation works is that you just relax and start to allow images or smells or some type of sense that resonates with you to show up. Show up in your mind's eye, in your mind's ear, in your mind's nose, whatever that is for you. And start to tap into, what does that mean? Sometimes it just means you're hungry. And other times it can mean things. So when people are trained intuitives, trained in mediumship, natural or learned, they will typically tap in kind of more often than the typical person. So the typical person has access to certain things, but these abilities are typically amplified during these big moments in their life. So if you have a really, really hard decision that you have to make, a really large transition that you're about to make, that's usually when these abilities are amplified versus someone who may just be kind of tapped in all the time, whether that is something they choose to do or something that they were born with. So everyone has the ability, it just shows up at different times. And I think it's because during those very tough periods or during those big transitional periods, we are so activated energetically, we are so tapped in energetically, other side. It is not a new human experience or concept. And so the conversation that can come up sometimes is, who is authentic, who can actually do it, who can't do it, who is faking. And here's the thing, as you see all the time, scammers, like I had to get on a scammer who was trying to impersonate me. People will try to look the part or talk the part or kind of live into a type of stereotype in order to take advantage of the person, the consumer, the client, whoever that is, because they're trying to, they're not going through training, they're not actually really tapping into anything. And maybe some of these people can tap in, but for some reason they have not put themselves out there. Regardless, I think I'm really excited for this Cleo documentary because I remember growing up and seeing them infomercials, and I felt like she tapped into people, but I also felt like the stereotype of who she was, you know, could she have come out and done readings for people just as she was, or did she have to take on this Caribbean stereotype of how media wanted to see her being portrayed? And you know, she was an actress too, so there's all that, so that's nice and interesting. And I'm one of those people where I'm all for the documentaries, okay? I'm all for the documentaries. I didn't mean to go on that tangent, but I think it's really, really important. You don't just believe everything someone says. You take what you need and you leave what you don't. But most importantly, it's all about activating these things within you, because only you, no one else outside of you, only you know 100% what you need and what's best for you and how this life will play out for you. I can't see that for you. You can't see that for me. But only you can see that for yourself. So I like to encourage people to strengthen that gift for themselves, and sometimes people go on to help others and continue to train. And I don't think this is talked about often. I know I talk about it in my apprenticeship, but training is so important. And I don't just mean one time, I mean continued education too. Every year I take on a new modality or heighten a modality that I'm already working on, because I believe knowledge is important. I believe practice is important. And I believe from learning from the community and the elders that are around me. And sometimes people can get caught in just learning one thing and just, oh, that's it. So all my apprentices know, okay, you're going to learn Reiki, but you're going to learn some other stuff. And you have to keep on learning and keep on growing. That's a part of the process. So just clearing that out for you. And I hope that what we're talking about brings some clarity into your life. Because sometimes you may feel like you're not good enough, or other times you feel like you don't, for some reason, have the insight. And I guarantee you have the insight. You have what it needs for you. Now, you may not be able to go and boss somebody else around in their life, but you know 100% what you need for yourself. Trust yourself. The greatest gift you can give yourself is trust. And even when you look at situations where you feel like, oh, was I right here or was I not right here? Just understand that everything is leading you to an opportunity to make new and better decisions. So maybe you want to make a decision right now, but you got to open yourself up a little bit more, because what you need is a little further down the road. So keep on going. Don't give up. Don't give in. Don't feel like what you want in life is not worth fighting for. And also go through the process of change. There's a lot of things that we all feel like this is how things should go. yourself. Sometimes you gotta walk into the room as yourself, confident, even though maybe you don't feel that confident, but you walk into there as yourself. That's what it is, not put on a whole new, personality and persona and things like that. Because who you are is there. And I think that there are many iterations of you. And so those iterations form and they grow and then they become open and they reveal themselves and all of that stuff, okay? So don't be afraid or limit yourself. If you've been kind of struggling, if just things have been getting out of balance for you, just know that you within yourself, you know what you need to do, you know what you want. Sometimes there are periods where you kind of have to work hard towards something, or you just have to get through it. But those don't last forever. And just do the work. Don't associate an emotion. Don't associate unnecessary thoughts. Just be like, fuck it, I gotta do it. And just get it done. So, let's open you up. Open you up, open you up. Open you up, open you up, open you up, open you up. 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 Just work through that. Just have an established space here. Just balance yourself and release, 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 release. Can you see what you need? Can you see where you're going? Can you see the boundarylessness? Okay. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Keep it going. And balance through that. Balance through that. Balance through that. Balance through that. And find your peace, okay? So I want to just concentrate this here. See what you need, okay? See what you need. See what you need. See what you need. See what you need. And go for it. Go for it, 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 go for it. Just balancing that over, okay? Well, babies, you have done a fantabulous job, and I hope you are enjoying the chakra series, okay? And that it has been providing you all that you need during this time. Sips tea. The OG family remembers that I used to start every session. I think, I don't
as possible. Believe me, there is no wrong way or wrong answer to do this. I am paid in smiles, so make sure you give me a couple of those. And also know you can use the comment section like a diary, a journal, just something to keep you balanced and also encourage others. This is a safe, inclusive space, and we like to continue to hold that here. Going into the throat here, we want to start to pull away anything that needs to be let go. Sometimes we don't say what it is that we really want to say, and we need to release any of those blockages that make us think it's okay to do that. Sweetheart, you got to speak up, you know. Closed mouths don't get fed. You got to speak up. But I completely understand that there are some situations and circumstances where you do not feel safe, whether it is physically or emotionally or internally. But finding the courage in a safe way to speak up for yourself. And I also want you to be very critical in this moment to be like, am I really in danger? And that's just being honest. If you really are, then you need as much support as possible and to reach out to others to help during that journey. But if it's one of those opportunities in which you can, just put that chest back and speak up, then you have the power to do it. And you should give yourself that power. So just release. Sometimes people, you may not, you might be too young for this, but there's a saying, be seen and not heard. And so those who were raised with people who told them that to be seen and not heard often have that block in the thyroid of, not feeling like they can say what they really want to say. And that is very hurtful to someone when they are younger, because these are the moments that demonstrate to a person as they go out into the world how they should behave, how they should be. That's why when people are spoiled, they try to go out in the world and like boss their way into stuff. Be like, if you don't get out of my face right now. But at the same time, there is a freeing of the voice of, hey, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this, da 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 da, because that's what's normal to them. So this is a moment to rebalance and recalibrate your energy so that you feel freely to say the things that you really also it's the people's life that you touch with your voice. Does that make sense? Meaning you have to be your own cheerleader, but you have to share with other people too, and they will cheerlead you too, so that it grows and expands. It is this expansive Aquarian network. Yes, I've already started with the astrology references. So let's release any of that, releasing that, and removing that from your energy. Now I'm going to do a prayer. I typically start off with a prayer in the community, but we kind of just jumped on in there. It is not a religious prayer. In my experiences, I have a degree in religious studies as well as psychology, and what I've learned, being able to be so lucky to learn a lot about faith and spirituality without it being proselytized. Proselytized is when someone wants to teach you something, but they want you to be a part of the religion. Given that I had the opportunity to do that and not have that scenario, it let me know that everyone's path is their own and theirs to choose. So this is a safe space where you go on your path. Sometimes it changes, sometimes it doesn't. You may believe, you may not believe. That's your business. You know, at the end of the day, if I have the freedom to choose or to go about my path or to feel so strongly rooted in my spiritual path, I just want to encourage others to have that. We have this prayer, and the prayer is to root us together in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, I need to wear my shirt. I'm gonna wear my shirt next time. Because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay. Because consent matters. Just remember that. May I touch you? Okay. Got it. Just breathe in and out here. Okay. Dear Mother, Father God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe. Okay. Feeling that throat just amplified in its ability to just calm. Now, if you have things like hypo or hyperthyroidism, which is the overactive thyroid is hyper, and hypo is the underactive thyroid, that is definitely something that you should work with your health care practitioner in order to be able to balance. And as you are being treated for certain things, these are the natural things you can do to complement, not to replace, unless that is your path and your journey and things like that. But I tell you all the times, if you are lucky enough to have access to medical insurance, you better use it. Use that shit. Literally, in times in my life where I did not necessarily have that, and even though I am an energy healing practitioner, I always encourage those that have access to use it. Again, navigating the medical system, that's a whole different conversation. But if you're lucky enough to have that, you should get as much help as possible. But things you can do in order to keep your body calm so you can be more receptive to the different treatments that you receive as you're going along in that path is just to balance these moments to speak up. The body itself is very amazing. We already know if a person is super stressed out, somebody is stressed out, all of that added stress on the body wreaks havoc. We know that to be the case. If you're stressed out, it weakens the immune system. It causes more issues there, more issues here. And I don't think it is a healthy mentality to think you can stay in the same fucked up situations, but just take, a couple of pills, to get it together. No, it's an entire lifestyle shift. So that was my little thing on the thyroid. I'm gonna, get
say to ourselves really defines how we see ourselves and how we feel about ourselves. So your words, they're literally your magic. That's why people like to do the spell work. That's why people like mantras. That's why, we just have this history as a species of using words, prayers. We have this because the words are meaningful and purposeful. The words trigger certain activities. The good ASMR trigger. The words trigger certain connections energetically within us that we are receptive to, and that makes us feel good. I think the best example is if you ever grew up with someone who could pray, and like my grandma, she could pray down, like pray down. And when someone can pray like that, you feel it. You feel it. And it's the same thing in any other tradition in which words are being used. If they're using it in such a way that you can feel it, like you feel it, that shows how powerful simply words are. So we always have to be sweet to ourselves because our words impact our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs about ourselves and the world around us. So you don't have to be unrealistic and be like, so-and-so is nice when you know they're being mean. Like, you don't have to do it like that. But what you should say, it would be more like, would be bigger concepts like, I know life sends me exactly what I need so I can continue to grow and succeed. Something like that. Or, I'm not afraid of any challenge or opportunity that shows up. I receive everything as an opportunity, and I let go of the things that no longer serve me. I let go of the things that are not needed, unnecessary, and cause unnecessary stress. These are the things that we can say to ourselves, and how our words have so much strength and power within us. Remember that, okay? Moving this energy through the body, having patience in ourself, okay? I'm gonna go back in, take out anything that is limiting you. So when you're done with the session, you should be able to sing. Sing a whole lot, as we have removed all of this gunk and stuff that you do not need, you no longer need, and is no longer for your highest vibrational good. Knowing when to let go of certain words and certain thoughts and things like that, that is also very, very, very priceless. That is a beautiful gift that we all share and that we all can have in the moment. And to connect in with ourselves here, connect in with our energy, with our spirit, with this higher vibrational flow here. Now I want you to breathe all the way up. Breathe through the root, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, into the throat. And exhale, breathing it back down from the throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, all the way down to the root, allowing this energy to flow up and down, and up and down, and sending it upwards to the third
this session today. I know I did. I'm going to go ahead and smooth over your energy and seal you with the sign of the infinity and say, if no one has said it, wash your hands for at least 30 seconds. Y'all know I'm out here cheesing. Wear a mask in public. Y'all don't know the mask life is something, you know. I can wear my mask. I can wear my visor. I live a lifestyle of visors. And I can wear my sunglasses, baby. I never felt so confident in spaces before. I'm like, look, I can be in here and literally don't have to try. Just walk in and walk out. And also, for those who have still not been vaccinated, completely understand it is everyone's choice. I just kind of want to just share a moment to say, do as much research. And that is not saying that you haven't already done your research. Not saying that at all. Just do as much research as possible. Completely understand that, you know, maybe there's a medical reason in which you can't do it, or from the perspective that you're like, hey, you know, vaccines can, you know, fuck you up from time to time. I don't want to grow an extra, I don't know, but, you know, just to put things a little bit into perspective, especially when it comes to this stuff, or this medical stuff, a person's ability to be vaccinated, regardless of if they, you know, end up getting it, significantly reduces the chances of very, very serious problems. And that just puts things into perspective. If everyone was vaccinated, we probably wouldn't need to have the same type of quarantine. But again, I'm not gonna go on a tangent. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. I'm just saying it from the perspective of, I just want you to be safe, you know. That's all it is. I don't want you to get sick. I don't want, if you do get sick, that it be life or death, you know, because these people who are getting sick that have been vaccinated, like, they're saying it like, oh, you know, it's like less severe. Again, not trying to go on a whole tangent, not trying to make people feel uncomfortable. I'm simply saying I just want to see you live. That's all I'm saying. So go out there, do the research, check out the CDC, and do a lot of research. If you're still not vaccinated, go ahead and do as much research as you need to feel comfortable, because I want to see you in this community. Okay, well, family, if no one has said it, like sizzling and crackling, but just keep it going. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. Just to keep it going. Keep it going, going. Just get really comfortable here. And I want you to practice just breathing in and out. And when you become more mindful of your breath, inhale. Exhale. The thing is, when you become more mindful of your breath, intentionally breathe, intentionally take up space, intentionally take a big inhale, intentionally exhale, breathe it all out, and be mindful maybe for just 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You are training yourself to feel more comfortable with your voice. Because if you're already shy, or you may not be a shy person, you just have something that you might have kind of a difficult time talking about or advocating for yourself, it doesn't help if you're already restricting the air. What you want to do is you want to put some force behind that, because the intention is already there. Put the air and just make sound. That's it. You don't even feel like you have to do the extra mile, okay? The intention is already there. Just put air and float it on out. Good job. Good job, good job, good job. You get a star. 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 Okay. You get tons and tons and tons of gold, platinum stars. Next time I get like a silver star, I'm gonna say it's a platinum star. So just check in with yourself here. How are you feeling? How's your throat feeling? Now, what seems to happen with the throat is a couple of things. Sometimes the energy is stagnant. Sometimes it's too much, and sometimes it's not enough. Have you ever met someone who just keeps talking, and they often over-explain themselves because there's a lot of nervous energy there? So it might be too much energy in that one area, maybe not enough energy somewhere else, maybe lower chakras, where it might be more action-oriented, or the upper chakras where it's, you can be busy, but you can also be, chasing your tail. So you want to be very mindful of your vision. Anyway, regardless, we want to balance that. Sometimes they're stuck, like as if you go into situations and there's something you want to say, but you just for some reason you can't get it out. Afterwards, you think about it, you're like, yes, I know exactly what I want to say, but
question, why are you ready to be a healer? And so the Patreon community, it's $3.33 a month. And for me, I take a lot of time to think about financial accessibility and pricing things that I feel like can be attainable at various levels. And so you all know the apprenticeship is more expensive. And then the Patreon community is something that I try to offer in order to have that community, that collective feel, but to be mindful of varying budgets. And so my gift is to be able to hopefully help one person through their journey of becoming a healer. And my intention is to amplify their voice. So
and if you're new to the community, we start the session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer that's your business. It is a prayer to connect us with our individual healing experience and with each other, because this is an inclusive collective community in which we all come together with different thoughts, different paths, changing paths, all kinds of stuff to just bring us together in our energy. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, baby, can I touch you? Got it. Breathing in here. Okay. 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 Got it. 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 Take a deep breath. Okay. Dear Mother, Father, God, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest intentions and validate information from our highest self only. Please release what needs to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I Am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. Okay. So, just moving through the crown, through the third eye, through the throat, through the heart, and then through the solar plexus, through the sacral, and through the root. Good job. Good job. Got it. So going there to the heart, and what I want you to do, if it is something that you can do, rub your hands together. If you don't want to do that, you can mentally think of something like that, rubbing the hands together and just placing it right there in your heart. And so your heart would be not your actual heart, which is off to the left, but your heart, which is in the center, your chakra heart, your centered heart. So placing your hands there and just breathing in and out, okay? And you're breathing in and out in that moment, connecting yourself to your purpose, your higher self, your highest passion, your highest understanding for what it is you are doing in this life, why you are here, what you have to share with others, the beautiful value you bring into other people's lives. Just breathing in and out here and feeling yourself fill up just a little inch, maybe even a little centimeter each time. Opening your heart to numerous possibilities of more, of love, of peace, of understanding. But more than anything, I want you to see your purpose. People with a strong heart chakra have a strong life purpose. And you removing anything that's taking up too much space. That really can be anything. It really is anything. Sometimes it's just extra fluff, like the random stuff that gets under your bed or something like that. You're like, how did that even get there? It's just taking that out, taking it 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 out, taking it, taking it out, taking it out, taking it out, taking it out, taking it out. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Good job. Good job. Good job. And just taking a couple moments here to feel that warmth as if the sun was just beaming right on your heart, filling it up with this unlimited amount of energy. Now, your connection to this unlimited or infinite amount of energy can be seen in several ways. It can be seen in your faith to whatever it is that you feel connected to, God, universe, source, whatever it is, your particular lineage, religion, spiritual path. It can also be seen as just the energy around us. So you can see it as a star, you can see it as a planet, just something that has a lot of energy. The sun is so powerful. We have life on earth because of the sun. If there was no sun, we wouldn't have any of these functions that are suitable for life here. And it just is up to you. I know that our community is very different. Some are more spiritual, some are more wellness, some are more ASMR, but the most important part is for you to feel comfortable. I often get people asking me if like right or wrong and this and that. Sweetheart, whatever way you want to do it is right. That's it. It is that simple, okay? You cannot get it wrong when it comes to your healing, your self-care, your spiritual path, your happiness path. You cannot get it wrong, okay? Let's just move through that. Move through anything, And you also have to deal with the things that come up in life. And sometimes you gotta face them head on. And it's not always as easy as we would hope, but it is not impossible. It's rarely impossible. It's just not easy, and it's always not easy for some random reason that you developed before, early in life. I'm like, it's always that kind of stuff. But you can do it. So, your path is open. Your path is connected. Your path is there for you. Do you accept it? Remember, you define this path. You define this opening in your heart. You define this future. Do you accept it? You can always take more time if you're not ready to accept it. Or you can jump in if you're ready to accept it. Or somewhere in between. The heart chakra, which we associate with love, is also very strongly related to our purpose in life, our passion in life, what is motivating us to go forward. When we lose love, whatever type of love that is, sometimes it's, when you have a family member that goes on, the heart is hurt, and so it's kind of guarded because that openness feels like way too much. And so as you are going along your path, you always have to take care of your heart the way that it needs to be taken care of. So if you're not ready to open up all the yourself out there. Get out there in front. Even if you're the only one out there, I guarantee you're not going to be the only one out there. There's always some cool person who is going to hype you up. You don't even know them, and they're going to hype you up. That's all you need, sweetheart. That's all you need. Get yourself out there and connect with your passion, because this is this energetic flow in which you receive everything that you need, and you want your cup to run over. If you're coming from a place of lack, that means you are not receiving everything you need, and you're looking around you to fill you back up. Let your cup run over, so all that is running over from that you can give to others freely. So beautiful. Sometimes you're going to share a gift with someone because you're so filled and you're so full in your energy of yourself that you are meeting all of your needs, and you give someone a gift without needing them to reciprocate because you're already getting everything you need. And then when they come back around on their healing journey, that is when they are able to give you what you need. Or I want to say give you what you need, give you a token of appreciation, thank you, or hey, this really impacted me, and how that fills you up even more. I think it's really important to fall in love with yourself each and every day. Like, look at the mirror and be like, I love you. You are so amazing. You are so beautiful. Just even in your mind now, you can go and see yourself in this mirror, this reflection. Oh, I love you. You are so intelligent. You are so hardworking. You are so resilient. You are so interesting, so fun, so witty. Saying these things to yourself is what you need, because sometimes people will look for that from someone outside of them, so they'll be upset if they don't get it. And other times people are uncomfortable with people outside of them saying that because they don't believe that within themselves, so it's hard to receive. So you always want to prime yourself for the best, okay? And that starts with reestablishing the relationship you have to yourself. Okay. Got it. Now, you all know I have a plethora of love healing sessions. And in those sessions, I'm always telling you to connect with you first, to fill yourself up first. People love happy people. People love when people are excited. So when you want to attract something, you want to attract love, you want to attract friendship, you want to attract business partnerships, things like that, you have to put yourself out there and be exciting. And the only way to do that is just to do the things you love and share that with others. And that's really kind of the secret of Always have wisdom and compassion for yourself. Always balance your internal energy. Well, family, I really enjoyed this session today. I enjoy all of our sessions. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being a part of this community. You are so awesome that you show up each and every day to support yourself on your healing journey. I am so honored to facilitate this experience all the time. And just know that you are loved. You can use the comment section as a diary. You can use it as a journal, as self-reflection. And you can also use it to encourage others who are on their journey as well. Being that this is No Fear August, go ahead and put your requests in the comment section as well, because we're releasing the fear. So just remember, it's no fear and no force. You don't have to force it. You're just following the path. You're just following the path and going with the flow. Well, I'm going to seal or smooth over your energy and seal you with the sign of the infinity, and say, if no one has said,
Tired. Sometimes that brings on addictive behaviors because you're trying to cope with what's going on. So we're just going to work on here. I'm just working through that. So for people who are people pleasers and they just want to say yes to everyone here, understand that there are ways for you to take up space, to be seen, to be nice, and to say no. This is my number one rule. If you want to say no, or if you have to say no the first time. Because if you don't say no the first time and you go back and forth, that's when it becomes harder and harder to say no, simply because that's when the other person takes offense, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Don't worry about that at all. Just say no if it doesn't feel right. And sometimes things don't feel right because they're not right for you, or they're not right for you right now, and you have to honor your body. And this is the most important part. If we don't take care of our body, our spaceship, our soul can't go anywhere. It can't do what it's here to do. Just work through this. Work through this. Balance that out. Balance that out. Balance that out. Balance that out. And just work through that, okay? Just push it. So just doing a little bit of repairing for the heart, and I'm just putting it back together. That if anyone ever hurt you, betrayed your trust, or if that you ever hurt someone, betrayed their trust, because look, life isn't just happening to you. We don't live in a world where only you're hurt, no one else is. We all have things that we're working through. We have shame, we have sadness, we have all kinds of things. So instead of internalizing them, let's just work through it. So we're working with the heart here and just taking those subtle shifts in the energy and working and just taking that movement and finding just a good space, a good place, and just the heart. Now what I want you to do is similar to what we did in the solar plexus. Go ahead and take your hands, and again we had this one for the solar plexus. You can just do this, just a gesture of you ever heard something you really like, you're like, place it right there in your heart, to the center of you. Place it right there in your heart, and feel yourself. Feel your purpose. Why did your soul incarnate into this experience? What are you here to do? See your purpose unfold in front of you. When your soul floats around here, when it comes in and when it leaves out, what was the purpose of this for you? What did you want to do? What did you need to do? Why? connect with yourself. Be okay. Be okay. Be okay. Be okay. Be okay. Be okay. Be okay with that. Just work through this. Work through this. Trust yourself. The best thing that you can do is trust yourself in this process, is to believe in yourself in this process, is to keep on showing up each and every day in the process, no matter what. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, sometimes it feels great, but taking yourself to that next level, taking yourself to that growth and that place of happiness, taking yourself there, taking yourself there, taking yourself there, taking yourself there, finding that for you, finding that for you, finding that, finding that, finding that, finding that for you, and being at peace with your purpose. Okay, so just connecting with yourself. I'm just placing my hands right there and just breathe in and out and connect in with yourself. Follow that path for yourself. Find wisdom within yourself and just good job. Good job. And just breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. And release sweetness. So just release. Release. And release. I'm just gonna cleanse down a little bit. Cleanse over here. Just back on up. Bringing these together and just working through all that is coming up. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to have a connected purpose. But you have to accept that for yourself. You cannot self-sabotage yourself. You are enough, and you are able to do this. You are enough, and you are able to do this. You are enough, and you are able to do this. You are enough, and you are able to do this. You are enough, and you are able to do this. You are enough, and you are able to do this. Keep breathing and just let your energy be balanced here. Let your energy be balanced here. Let your energy be balanced here. And that's just to relax you a little bit, because I just want you to feel at ease and at peace in your body. Allow your soul to be. Okay? And I'm just going to take care of you for just a little bit, because sometimes we just need to be taken care of. And the most empowering breastbones meet. That is also known as where your chi would be, or that storing of energy. It's so amazing that when we look in various schools of healing, both ancient and modern, indigenous and modern day conventional, that the digestive system or the stomach area is a huge part of healing. I talk about this a lot, like for example, the microbiome that lives in your gut and your colon, things like that, is 70% of your immune system. It is what protects you. It's what gives you life. energetically and physically. You remember where your strength comes from. You remember where your passion comes from. And you accept yourself for who you are. And so I'm just going to place my hands right there as well. And again, just breathe in and out. See your passion. See your strength. Accept yourself for who you are. See your passion. See your strength. Accept yourself for who you are. See your passion. See your strength. Accept yourself for who you are. See your passion. See your strength. Accept yourself for who you are. Okay, release. How do you feel? How does it feel? Okay, so let's just work through that. Work through that. Work through that energy. Work through it. And balance. And it's important to have balance on both sides. Okay. Just balance. Balance. Balance, balance. Balance on both sides. Both sides. Both sides. Just placing that on top of you, your energy. Relax. Keep breathing, and I'm just going to just go above a little bit. Just looking there. Okay, good job. respect, your sense of understanding that you are supposed to be here and you're supposed to live these things out. So be confident. Don't be, be confident as you are. There's so many people who will benefit from just seeing you shine exactly as you are. Well, sweetness, I had a fantabulous time together, and I hope that you have been enjoying this chakra cleanse series. Again, we are going to go through all the chakras, and then, I've been hinting at a little announcement or whatever. I'm going to tell you in a little bit. I gotta put it together, I'm going to tell you, and then I don't have it together, so I'm going to put it together. I love it, so But anyway, yes, so if you would like to get that extra boost as we are stepping into the new year, head on over to the Patreon community and join the Rebirth Healing Circle, the Rebirth Cleansing Circle. And so we're meeting every Sunday until the new year, checking in with each other. This is our No Fear August, and we are doing the chakras. I hope you enjoyed the root chakra, and today we are going to do that very, very fun, creative, sacral chakra, also known as the navel chakra. So if you're new to the community, welcome. This is your nightly self-care routine. You do whatever it is that you want to do during this time, and also use the comment section as a diary, a journal, a place to reflect. As well as this month, there will be requests. So if there's a certain type of video that you want to see in this healing theme, please feel free to not have any fear and put it in the comment section. I'm so excited to see what you all want to see. So let's just go ahead and get started. Again, we have extra stuff that goes on in Patreon that really supports whatever theme we have. And so on Patreon, we are going to have the 7 days of balance. So it'll just be something that you can listen to daily. It's going to be starting on Sunday. So if you'd like to do that, you can join Patreon. Okay. So just starting with the energy and relaxing into this and just being in this moment with yourself, feeling yourself in your body, your physical body, your energetic body, the subtle bodies, finding this moment of this space, of this healing, of this gratitude, and just having that peace and that patience, peace and patience, peace and patience, peace and patience in the moment. Just being here with yourself, and just allow me to remove any obstacles that may have come up, removing anything that is no longer serving you and no longer serving your highest vibrational good. Just clearing and cleansing that out and giving yourself a moment of just rest. Okay. Sometimes that's removing fear, self-doubt, old patterns that no longer serve, and releasing that. So we start our session off with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community. And because consent matters, I don't have my shirt on today. Because consent matters, sure. I do have a shirt on. Because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, now this is a moment that you can add whatever you would like to the prayer, and allow it to encompass whatever journey you are on or not on during this time. This is an inclusive, welcoming space, but it is your responsibility to go on this path and to figure out whatever it is that you're trying to figure out here, okay? I'm not telling you what to do, that's your business. So you ready? Okay, may I touch you? Okay.
self-forgiveness, just self-balance, all of those things. And then to your solar plexus, where you have that courage, where that beautiful tiger's eye does its best there. And now to the sacral, just giving a moment to balance the root first. Okay. And bringing it back up to the sacral. So the sacral is right there at your navel. It is your navel chakra, your sacral chakra. It goes in front and it goes behind. So the energy is going in front or behind. So if you find, energetically speaking, that you're being pulled in one direction or the other, forward is something about the future. Okay, it could be messages of the future, or it could be an anxiety for, what's coming up in the future. Whereas if you're pulled back, those could be, learning
forest, so I can't see the trees. And 100% of the time, they gave me the place to go, even those who did energy work on me and who were able to help in a very acute way in the moment. They were able to lead me in the direction forward or give me a lot of perspective about things, because we have the need to regulate our different systems, which may require medical intervention or lifestyle changes. And then we also have those internal things, like you can't be living in a stressful environment and then turn around and just want to take medicine and solve it. No, you gotta get the help, the medical help you need, and on top of that, you cannot be in that stressful environment. There's just all of these things that go into it, and I just hope to take the moment. As you all know me, I tell y'all, if y'all are lucky enough to have access to health insurance, you better use it. If you are lucky enough to be able to go out and have access to a therapist, you better do it. There's just so many things that, if you're blessed enough to be able to have, you should go and use it. And on top of that, you can have your self-care routine too, which is free 99. So just taking this energy in the chakra and that sacral, and just allow it to either be warm, little fuzzy sensation, whatever just feels right to you, okay? And just take a moment. I'm just gonna do some Reiki symbols there, okay? Okay. Good job. Good job. Good job. Balancing that out. Now, this is the moment that if there's anything that has come up, feel free to share that. Feel free to reflect, and feel free to just take it up a couple notches in that moment. So connecting that sacral to the root, all the way down, all the way back up to the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown. Okay, just working on the energy around you too. And as we are going through the chakra series, feel free to watch them back to back. You can watch whatever chakra that you're leaning towards, or that you can just go in the order that you like. So by the end of next week, we'll have them all out. Okay. Got it. Got it. And also there are, I was going to say hundreds of chakra videos. There are. We have over 500 videos in this community, and I would say a good maybe 150 are chakra related, maybe even more. So you have a plethora of options as you are on this healing journey, and just as a family member and as a friend. How are you? I hope you are being sweet to yourself. I hope you are being understanding. I hope you're giving yourself time, patience, relax. This is a no or low pressure environment here, okay? I believe you can chase whatever it is you want. I believe you can get there, but I also don't think that everything is so linear. I don't think it has to be you just work until you die. I think it's, life teaches us in every moment. Life teaches us in rest. Life teaches us in motion. Life is always teaching us, so that we should be open and receptive and know that what is for you will be for you. So there are no such things as missed opportunities. What is for you will be there. Now you might be stuck somewhere if you want to be stuck somewhere for a while, but once you're ready to get on to the next, you can go ahead and get there. Okay. And just believe in yourself. Tell yourself every day, I believe in you, I believe in you, I believe in you. I trust you, I trust you, I trust you. I love you unconditionally. The greatest power you can have of all is to just have this radical sense of self-acceptance, to truly
yourself as you are, you know, to just love you now in this moment, not after you change, but before you change, loving yourself unconditionally. Let me tell you, that is the greatest love you will ever find in this life. The unconditional love that you give yourself. So much so, you stop looking for it in other people and it starts flowing to you freely. People want to give it to you because of how much love you have for you and how freely you are able to love others with the same amount of energy, with no requirements. That is really where this love is going. This lightness, not needing to control, not needing to be too, but just allowing it to be, allowing it to be. And just working with this energy. Just balancing here, balancing, going back, forth, back, forth, back, and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and just, okay, so just balancing out the sacral here. Just breathe in and out. Just move that, move that, move that, move that, move that, move that, move that. In and out, okay. Breathe. Relax. And breathe. Now I'm going to grow right here and we're just going to pull some energy down. And I like to call this watering the sacral. So we're going to get that down to your sacral. And we're just going to water it. Because you have this soil and you need some nourishment. So we're going to energetically bring that down for you. Bring that all the way down for you. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring that down. Bring that. Bring it down. Okay, good job. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Work to that. Work to that. Shifting, 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 and release. Okay. Now just kind of open yourself up. I see yourself almost like a flower. Blossom it or bloom. But see yourself like a flower that's like a... And what does a plant do? The plant will face the sun wherever it is. That thing will move around because it's like, look, I'm about to get this energy, okay? I'm about to do this photosynthesis, okay? So allow yourself to expand and open up. And you can even see in your mind's eye a sun. And you can allow that sun to represent all types of energy, all types of nourishment into your body. sun, we're bringing this rain, we're bringing this good energy into the sacrum. Now, the most important part is dun, 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 patience. I know. It's not sexy. It's not fun, but patience, because when you plant a seed, you don't continue to dig it up to see if the roots are actually growing. You have to have some faith and patience that when you are routinely watering it, tending to its surrounding, even before it actually comes out into full fruition, that there is faith that there is movement underneath. Why do you have faith that there's movement underneath? Well, 9 times out of 10, whatever it is you want to accomplish, someone has tried to do something. Learn that there are certain things that you can do. So those things take time, so have faith. Other people have been able to do it. They may be doing it now, so why wouldn't you be able to do it? It's because you can do it. Have faith. Another part is sometimes a person can feel like, just woe is me, there's something about me, I feel unlucky, and even though rationally they know this should work, they believe that it will work for anyone and everyone else except for themselves, and they start to have a self-fulfilling prophecy, meaning they won't go in and they won't water anymore, they won't tend the soil, they won't do anything, because they're allowing the self-sabotage to happen. Other reasons can be a feeling of imposter syndrome. Whoa, this is happening for me, I have no clue how this is happening. Is what I'm doing really working? Forget all that, don't worry about that. Wherever you're at in life is where you need to be. And if you are ready to grow, you get used to it. That's either taking in more in your life or getting comfortable with the more that you are receiving, whatever that is on this journey. Whatever that is on this journey. Just balance it out. You got this. One last breath. Fantastic. Well, babies, you did an excellent job. And I hope that you will join us on the Patreon community for the Rebirth Cleanse. Okay. And also removing and moving out anything that may take up too much space, if that means something. What I mean by that is when something takes up too much space in the body, what ends up happening is the energy can't flow down properly, which is a gesture of manifesting. So that root chakra is that last, or technically first, chakra in order to get into the material world. And if it can't go down, then the energy can't go up as well, which is a gesture of going up and receiving and attaining and getting wisdom
your soul wants. You start to feel sad, or you start to feel kind of disillusioned, or you start to feel bitter and jaded and all those things, when it's very simple. Take those fantasies, bring them out into reality. Yes, you will be vulnerable. People will see it, and maybe that's not what they think of you. That's not your problem. Who cares? Who cares about that? Other things that could come up is that you'll grow. You will have a new experience of yourself, and sometimes, as much as it can be easy to externalize and say, so-and-so, makes me feel this kind of way, that's why I'm afraid to do it. I want to say most of the time, it's a lot of self-imposed sabotage, meaning I'm not used to myself like that. So it makes me really uncomfortable that now I have to grow past my edge, past my limit, in order to step into this next, whatever it is, in order to fulfill this next, whatever it is, in order to reach my potential at this moment in my life. Just know it's a part of the process. We all have an edge, and we just work a little bit more. I think when we're younger, we're a little bit more hard-headed. We be skipping over the edges. We literally just jump off the cliff, or we will refuse to go to the edge at all. Just a hot mess, okay? And you know what? Don't get me wrong. Sometimes people get older and they don't change. They do the same shit over and over again. But I'm saying all of that to say that just practice in your own way of just widening up. And that's taking up space, being heard, but knowing that if it is in your heart, it is worth being out in reality. It's worth being out in the physical. You do not have to be sad or feel like there's something, some invisible bar that you have to reach before you're allowed to share yourself with the world, before you're allowed to advocate for your dreams. No. I'm just going to keep cleansing that out. And I want you to take some breaths here, because I want to remind you to get back into your body. To get back to that feeling in your body. To remind yourself, I am here, I'm alive, I am present, and I'm ready. And so just clearing out any blockages that have to do with money, that have to do with community support, emotional balance, well-being, adequate housing, whatever that is for you. Just balance it, balance it, balance it, balance it, balance it, and release. Just pulling away any excuses. And sometimes you may not necessarily know what the excuse is, it just feels heavy. And if something feels really heavy on you, in order to kind of get it off of you, you have to lighten up things within your body. And lightening up things typically means you can't take things as personal. You can't take things as serious. You can't, as I say, beat a dead horse. You can't expect a new outcome to come from the same approach to something. And there's a difference between that and discipline. Discipline is you're making movement towards where you want to go, but you just don't feel like doing it. But you are making movement in progress. Might be a little bit slower, might be a little bit faster, but you just don't want to do it. Versus what I'm talking about over here, insanity, is you're not going anywhere. Sometimes you might go backwards a little bit, but you don't want to go to your edge and learn a new process or think of a new approach, because maybe at one time it worked for you then, but it doesn't work for you now. I just need you to know the difference. One is you're working towards progress. One thing is you're going, you just don't feel like doing it. The other thing is you're not really going anywhere. And let me tell you something. This one over here is typically when you're safe. This one is when you're uncomfortable. There's discomfort and there's growth. There's a reason why people do this. A lot of times, there's not really, you're going nowhere and you hate doing it, it's typically not it. You may not like where you're not going, you may not like, okay, I'm not going anywhere, but there's a sense of comfort. Well, I've always done it this way, I don't feel like doing it another way, and there's a bitterness about it, versus over here, which is like okay, I'm open to this new way, but it's hard. It's hard showing up each and every day and just trying and putting yourself out there. That's difficult, versus I'm too afraid to step out of my bubble, so I'm gonna just complain. I don't like it, but I know how to do it, and I'm just gonna complain, versus over here. So I just wanted to separate the two because there's a difference. So live over here, but take your time instead of feeling like you gotta rush to the goal or rush to the direction. Just take your time. Don't freak yourself out and just traumatize your nervous system. Take your time. Just move a little bit over there. And, our body will always do whatever it can do to keep us safe. So that's why we may not like where we're at, but we'll stay there because we understand it. There's a safety behind it. But understand that there will be a new normal if you push your body to a new limit. Just take your time in doing that. And just balance. Keep going. That is why the rebirth healing circle with the cleanses that have been happening every Sunday, that's why they're so important. Because if there's a heaviness, a need to just let go, that is one of the places to do so. And we're doing that to the new year, baby. Just work that through. Okay, take some breaths here. Tell me how you feel. How's it feel? Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. I love that for you. And if you're like, I don't feel good, I don't love that for you. What you have to do is just take your time. You can watch it over again. You can just breathe through that and release. But understand something. All that have watched the video, are watching the video, or will watch the video, that is a collective energy. And we're all healing together. So you're not alone in this. We're all doing it. We're all working through it. So know that we can make it. Don't feel like you can't make it. We can make it. We just take our time. We all got different timelines. So you just take your time. Breathe in and out. Relax. Well, babies, I hope you liked part 1, which was the root chakra. So just breathing in and out here, okay? Feeling safe in this space, safe in this body, and just repeat that to yourself. I feel safe in this space. I feel safe in this body. I feel safe in this space. I feel safe in this body. Just repeat it. I feel safe in this space. I feel safe in this body. I feel safe in this space. I feel safe in this body. I feel safe in this space. I feel safe in this body. I feel safe in this space. I feel safe in this body. Couple more times. I feel safe in this space. I feel safe in this body. I feel safe in this space. I feel safe in this body. Final time. I feel safe in this space. this is what I want to do to chase this dream or this passion or this goal, and to physically have your physical body, which is a lot of that root chakra related things, to be able to be the best vessel for you as you walk through life. Now, first and foremost, you gotta feed it right, okay? You gotta feed it really, really right. And what that means is that you gotta be getting your veggies, you gotta be getting your fruits, you gotta be getting all of this beautiful stuff within you so that you can be able to process and regulate your systems in the best way possible, okay? Got it. So I'm just going to move this down and just connect in with your heartbeat. So this is something in which the root and the heart is going to connect together, okay? Just breathing in and out, in and out, in and out. Again, going as slow or as fast as you would like to go. Just in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Now, when it comes to the root chakra, crystals are typically dark crystals, or let me give you actual examples like jet, which is me, jet, tourmaline, obsidian, hematite. These are hematite. We'll put that on the side, okay? Because not everybody with hematite, but those are examples. Also, these red, deep burgundy color stones, like jaspers, can be very connected to the root chakra. So you can carry these stones around, but I always talk about accessibility. So if you do not have access to these things, for whatever reason, you can use the energy that you have within yourself, because it has everything to do with your security, your home. Do you have adequate housing, an adequate place to live? Do you feel safe, emotionally safe? Do you feel like you have the support system that you need? Basically, everything that you need, a seed needs to grow. You need to have that right soil and fertilizer and sun and that kind of stuff. And you need to have that, and this is what this root is. So let's go ahead and begin to clear out any obstacles as you are continuing to breathe in and out from the path. Now, some of these are karmic, some of them are generational, some of them belong to other people, and we love somebody so much we want to take on their stuff. Let me tell you this right here. If you carry someone else's lesson, you block their blessing. I don't care if they're begging you to carry it for them. If you carry someone else's lesson, you block their blessing. If you truly, truly care for whoever or a collection of people, because family will do it to you the most. If you truly care, you will allow them to carry it so they can get better, so that they don't need you there. Now, if you need to be needed, that's something that you're going to have to deal with. But besides that, let them do that, okay? Because it frees you and it opens you to explore your life. And you know what you might find out? That you got your own lessons to deal with. You ain't got time to deal with nobody else's lessons, you feel me? Okay. So every time you exhale, just releasing anything. And you don't necessarily have to give it a name unless you know what it is. You may feel like it is this experience or that experience, but sometimes it's just a feeling, an energy, a movement, a pattern. Not everything has to be on a conscious level. Things are, working on several levels. And so just surrendering to that, surrendering to the fact that you don't have to know everything. It doesn't have to be super clear, but just continue to connect with your heartbeat and breathing in and out, finding more and more courage as you enter the space to release and let go all of those things that are no longer serving you and just not for your highest vibrational good, okay? So just removing that from the root. And as you exhale, let something manifestation work and they don't want to do no shadow work. Well, if you don't clear things out, you want to manifest something in, it just becomes another problem. You're not going to be able to be balanced emotionally. You're not going to be balanced physically. You're not going to be able to get the most out of the opportunity if that is something that is constantly happening. You know, like you're just bringing things in without letting things go. And sometimes it's a little scary to let things go simply because it's just a new pattern. But you gotta learn how to do it, sweetheart. That is the best way to get yourself on the path that you need to go. You know, we're all like leaping and jumping into things, and rightfully so. Sometimes we stay stuck in certain areas for quite a while. It is completely normal. But a lot of times when you go through these lessons, especially root chakra lessons, they give you an opportunity to go to another level. But you also have to understand that sometimes you can't take the life you used to have into the life you're growing into. It's just different. And I don't think anything is wrong with that. So just giving a moment here, breathing in and out, and letting go of the need for control. Because true power is not micromanaging. True power is just going and flowing with your path and using the universe to just light your way, or whatever it is that you believe in or don't believe in. That's your business. That has nothing to do with me. Okay, nothing to do with me. You know, the religious path, or ultimately what it is, under an undercurrent for, which is the spiritual path, is something that you have to decide. You have to go out and you have to do, your research, and do. Some of the best advice I ever got. So breathing in and out into this, freeing and letting go of old stuff, past stuff, patterns, very much so earth element-esque things, the patterns of the things that we do. So letting it go. There are new ways of doing things to explore. You want your power to just be light and airy and floating. You don't want it to be heavy, because then you gotta knock things over. When it's light and airy, you can just float above shit. It doesn't matter. So we're gonna take all of this stuff, remove it from your energy, putting it all over your body. Just shift, and be shifty. Now, I have been enjoying reading you all's diary posts. They are so freaking cute. I really appreciate that. And learning about you. It's always interesting to learn about you and what you're going through. And I'm so proud of you for showing up each and every day and, working on yourself or reflecting. And I'm the main one to tell you, it does not have to be lilies and butterflies all the fucking time. It really does not. Just the fact that you get up and you make a decision to reflect, to love yourself, to have a good cry, to express yourself, maybe something that was built up and you need to let it go. The fact that you just showed up for yourself, that's good enough. It really is. It really is good enough. I'm enjoying that. I'm looking out and seeing more and more value on mental health support, energetic health, wellness in general. And I think that helps us as a society even more to not look at people like robots, or it allows us to be more compassionate to the experience, or not to judge our own selves, because sometimes people look like they got it all together. Sweetheart, I don't got shit together. I have like me and my body, like I'm that, but like everything around me, I'm in the same boat as you. And it's just showing up each and every day. Y'all saw me in June and July. I was like, so life just gonna throw this too. Okay. And sometimes it be like that. is okay. Don't even worry about it. It's life. The older I get, the more that it's just like, it happens, you know? And it's good too. You know, when I was younger, I feel like I made the mistake of always thinking that when something is for you, it's supposed to happen in a really good, you know, fun, positive way. Sometimes things happen like very easily. Sometimes it requires a little effort. Sometimes it requires a lot of effort. And it just depends on, are you chasing what you want? Because sometimes I used to accept things that just showed up, even if it wasn't what I wanted. Not like something new and refreshing and like, oh, I didn't know I wanted that, but things that I didn't want and I just accepted it because it showed up. Sweetheart, that is a no-no. You know, that is a no. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to do it. You're probably going to do it, but you don't have to do it. Just be okay living in your body and, you know, with this feeling of power. You are enough. You are beautiful enough. You are perfect enough. You are smart enough. You are driven enough. You are lucky enough. You are, did I already say motivated? Motivated enough. You are connected enough. Even if you feel like you're not, you are. Just the fact that you have something within you that you want to do and you see it in front of you. It doesn't matter if you have a road there, okay? Who cares? It'll show up. Just follow your energy with that energy. You know, I am enough, and you can say it to yourself when you get up in the morning. I am enough. I'm smart enough. I'm driven enough. I'm intelligent enough. I'm beautiful enough. I'm, you know, all of that stuff. I'm sexy enough. The older I get, I become sexy enough. Just because it's a vibe, you know. Gotta have your own vibe. But whatever that is, just knowing that you are enough of it and that you can't look outside of yourself for that. You always have to look inside here, because the way that people treat you outside of you is a reflection of how you treat and model yourself inside